Welcome to the Sega Lounge, where we celebrate our love for all things Sega, including the games, the music, and the community. I'm your host, KC. Join me as I talk to different guests and learn more about their projects and passion for Sega. Hello and welcome to the Sega Lounge. This is episode 272, and we're back with our usually monthly news roundup episode. So this is the podcast that's all about Sega, right? The games, the music, the community, and the news as well, every once in a while, like once a month. Sadly, we're not doing this live this month, but still, we're all here together. I'm not alone. I have... By the way, my name's Casey. This is a very troublesome... We had a very troublesome start here, honestly, because we talked about everything before the show started. So
all the news.
We exhausted all conversation before we started recording.
We talked about everything. So yeah, we can stop the show now.
That's why we're like trying to get back on track. So my name's Casey, I'm your host, and I'm with my fellow newscasters here, news reporters, I guess. We have Lime Reversed.
It's me.
Hello. Welcome. Hello. And we also have James Brown, aka Skill Jim.
Hello.
How's it going, guys? All good?
Good.
It's going.
Yeah. Very good. Thank you.
Excellent.
Excited to be here and to talk to you all as always.
Same.
How are you?
Me? I'm good. I'm great. I'm very excited to talk about all this all over again. All the news all over again. I'm kidding. We didn't actually talk about all of these stories before. We actually talked about Captain Planet. I educated my fellow co-hosts here on the existence of Captain Planet and the Planeteers, which is getting a new movie apparently soon, produced by Leonardo DiCaprio. Why? No one really knows. We don't really need a new Captain Planet project, I guess, but we're getting one either way. What we do need is to talk about the news. And we have a lot of them, so let's get to it. Hope everyone's ready to get back on track with the Sega news that happened until like the 1st of September. So for context, we're recording this a little bit earlier than you're listening to it. We're recording this on Monday, September 1st. So if anything happens between this and air date, we apologize. We'll talk about it next month. But let's start with what is like the big news from the past few days. Shinobi Art of Vengeance is out now on all platforms. So you guys can all play it. I know all of us have at least played some of it, right? We're not going to spend too much time talking about this because next week's episode, which has been recorded already, is a deeper dive into Shinobi Art of Vengeance with a friend of the show, Brian Shea of Game Informer. He's going to come back and talk to me about Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Spoilers, we like it very much. But I wanted to get to ask you guys some for your reactions to this game. I know, Lime, you only played the demo, right, so far?
Yes.
So
it's been out for I've had it for several days, but I've just not gotten to play it. And then came the open network test that we're going to talk about later, and yeah, so I've just not actually gotten to the games. I only have the demo experience. But that's something, at least.
Yeah. And thoughts so far on that?
I absolutely love it. It was everything that I hoped that it would be. And more. Like, it surprised me with the moves. And it gave you a lot, actually, quite early. At least showing you the different kinds of moves that you can do. And how it's gonna build, like with more moves that you can choose for those specific things. And yeah, it was so much fun to just ninja around in the game. And I was kind of hoping that it would be like the Prince of Persia game, Lost Crown, I think it's
Yes,
called.
yes.
And I got my wish there, but
Mhm.
also the fact that there are different levels, so it's kind of like a hybrid there a little. Like it's still like you go around and you find things and you explore, but there are also levels, and so I feel it's the best of both worlds there.
Yep.
Loads of fun.
James.
Yeah, I completely agree. Actually, I know we talked about it being like a Metroidvania style, and then I was like, I would like it to be like a level-based thing. And then Lime's kind of right there. It's like an amalgamation of both of those genres. Actually, and it's really cool. It's one of the few Sega titles we've talked about that I've actually picked up recently and played for once. So when we like rattle through all these Sega games, and I'm like, I've not played that actually. And Shinobi is actually one that I have actually played and I've really enjoyed. I've got to, I don't know if it's a spoiler to say the name of a stage, but I just beat the desert stage and just was starting the lab. So
I mean, they released music for that stage. I don't think that's a spoiler.
Yeah, I think they showed off the like part of the world there. I think they actually promoted, and that's something that I've been saying this for maybe the past couple of years. Marketing has been on point on Sega's part, I think, and this was no exception. They did a very good job of like hyping up this game, which, first of all, it's the first in the like the new era of like games. They announced back in 2023 at the Game Awards.
Yeah.
This is the first one of the 5 they announced, and but it could potentially be one of those that like newer audiences, like younger audiences, are not really that familiar with. So I think sharing information about the game, about the world, the story, the art, I think that was a really good move on Sega to hype up the game and make people excited and like curious about it, right?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely got the Metroidvania elements, not being a Metroidvania game.
Yeah.
Definitely. So it's like you literally cannot complete the whole map on your first playthrough. You have to sort of get to the 3rd, 4th stage, and then you unlock a new ability, and then go back to the first stage, and that's your sort of Metroidvania aspect where you can then smash through a wall and go down a different path, and collect something that's hidden away there, or do one of the elite mob things that they've got going on there. There's like 3 of them in each stage, and you get a key. Well, I've been getting keys. Or just having a lot of fun on it, actually. What difficulty are you playing it on, Casey? I played it on the Shinobi mode. Like, I didn't really fiddle with the difficulty setting, and I'm finding it quite difficult in places.
What is Shinobi mode? It's like the normal mode, or
that is the normal mode. So if you didn't touch the difficulty setting, Shinobi is the default. So
I never do.
But I think it might also be the hardest setting. I feel like maybe, I don't know. I'd have to double check on that. But
what, the default one?
No, I think there's more.
So.
I think there's more.
Maybe
I believe there's a harder one.
Either that or you unlock harder modes later.
Could
possibly.
Well.
I know when I was fiddling with it, it was sounded like it was going easier rather than harder. And then it went back to Shinobi.
Okay, maybe
it is.
Or
I seem to vaguely remember that there were unlockable difficulties.
Okay, that could be it then.
I completed the game. I don't remember that, but one thing that you unlock, by the way, it's not really a spoiler.
I could be wrong.
In the demo, you unlock arcade mode for each of the stages, so you can complete. That was in the demo as well. When you completed so that was just the first stage and the first bonus stage, I believe. Riding Musashi's dog. But then you completed the first stage and you could replay it in arcade mode, which is like a score and time-based kind of gameplay. And so you don't really want to go for like clearing the map, so to speak, finding everything. There are some hidden items in the map that will give you bonus points, but it's more of like an arcade experience instead of like the story mode. I can't remember Yeah,
because the
any
maps are
kind of
huge, like especially later on, they're massive, aren't they?
yeah.
How have you found those little side missions, like with the dog and then the surfboard thing?
Yeah, yeah. It's like reminiscent
Quite fun.
of Shinobi 3. Really cool, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And you
mean,
don't really
that
have
second one was quite tough. I
yeah.
thought it took me like about 20 goes to
Oh,
complete it.
really? You must be playing on hardest mode.
Yeah,
Maybe,
Like
James.
yeah.
hardest, toughest nails mode.
Sorry to interrupt. I went into the game to check,
Mhm.
and yeah, the default one is Shinobi, and then if
Okay.
I continue, I get to Apprentice, and that's medium
Yeah, so it's-
difficulty for
Okay.
players struggling with the standard difficulty, and then Novice difficulty
Oh, interesting.
preset for players new to action games, and then there's custom where you can just like set things however you want.
Mm.
So yeah, it
maybe you
seems
can
like
make it harder
Shinobi is
there.
like the highest difficulty, and it's the default.
The default.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
I know, like,
definitely
games
interesting.
seem to be getting slightly harder, don't they? Like, now people are into these Dark Souls type games.
Yeah.
It seems like every game has to be a little bit hard these days. And I'm finding, especially like the projectiles from the enemies, is like what's really killing me. Because they'll just be like, especially on that stage, the surfboard stage. That's
Yeah.
what was getting me. The enemies come on and they're just shooting here, and then they were throwing a thing over here, and a lot of projectiles actually.
Yeah, that's true. You have to time things properly, right? I think it took me a couple of tries as well. Not really, and I'm not really that good of a gamer, but where the challenge really lies is in the optional stuff, which actually, by the way, the bonus stages are, if you think about it, they're optional as well, because the if you like get killed in
You
one of
fail,
those bonus,
yeah.
if you fail, you don't really fail, you clear the stage and you move on with the story. You just don't get the reward at the end. So each of them has a reward, and so if you don't complete the stage, if you don't go until the end, if you die first, you don't get that optional reward for being like a good gamer, I guess.
Why
But
didn't that enemy fall down? They were standing right in the air. I was watching the
probably
video.
I'm not really paying attention, to be honest. Sorry.
So yeah, I was.
People, for people watching, by the way, this is Lantern Festival, which is probably one of my favorite levels in the game. I think
It's cool. I like the
visually,
Neo one.
Yeah, Neo City, right?
Neo Tokyo, was it? Neo City, yeah.
Neo
That was
City.
amazing.
Yeah, also amazing. But this one with all the fireworks and stuff and the lanterns, and it's really, really cool. The game is, and I guess this is the main thing that people are talking about. It's really one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen, and many people are saying this. It's really beautiful. It's like the art style is just amazing, which I think we knew when we first saw those like short frames of in that trailer back in like teaser trailer back in 2023, and that's why I thought, oh, this is Lizard Cube. This is Ben Fikay's art direction for sure. But then what I think is even more impressive is the gameplay. And when I say gameplay, it's not just the combat itself, but like movement. It's really a joy to control. It's like you can vault over obstacles and you can like keep the momentum going. It's really cool. The way you can chain combos. Obviously, combat is a very big thing here. It's a big part of what makes this game interesting, and you have to like complete these challenges of defeating enemies and stuff. But both combat and the platforming, like movement all around, is just
Parkour.
amazing. Parkour, yeah, a lot of parkour, yeah. And there are some, so you can actually, it's challenging, but it's not, I don't think it's too hard if you just want to get through the story, like finish the stage, like get to your main goal. But then there are optional sections in each level. that's where the major challenge lies, and that's totally optional, but it's also, I think, for me at least, it was hard to not do them because I was having so
if
much
you're passing
fun.
them.
Yeah, you could
was
go
the
like
same.
there's a left and a right way, left and right path. So you know, right takes you to the boss, and the left one is optional. But I mean, how can I resist going to the other side and just like trying something else? Because it's so fun. It's so
In a
fun
sense,
to
it's a bit
control.
like Sonic, isn't it? Like the goal is to the right, but if you fall down and then there's rings leading this way, you kind of want to see what's that way as well, don't you? So
yeah, it's appealing, right? Like enticing. Ooh, I want to see what's there. And that's something that you could also already see in the demo, but it gets even more evident as you play through the whole game.
this was what I meant, by the way.
The elite squads.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Those
And
things.
as you progress, you unlock lots of like moves and like to combo, to chain moves together to create higher combos and stuff. If you're good enough, I'm not, but there are also, and that's something that I didn't actually talk. We didn't talk about specifically. There I go. See me like fly and fall. There I go again. No. Something we didn't specifically talk about for next week's show was the execution moves, which is when so each enemy has 2 bars. There's like a health and a shield bar on top, and then there's a lower one, white bar that fills up depending on the moves that you use to fight them. If you throw the kunai and you perform certain moves when you hit them, their white bar fills up, and then you can execute them, which is like just like pressing a couple of buttons together, and there's like an instant kill and a very like visually appealing move from Shinobi. And that's something that we didn't mention, and I think it's part of like what makes this also very satisfying, because you really do want to not just complete the levels, like clear the enemies on screen, but also do it in a stylish way. That's really cool.
It adds a level of strategy with that. Like, okay, how do I get the most enemies up with that gauge so that I can just do one move and just get them all kind of. It's
and you usually recover some health with that as well. So that's part of the strategy as well. Yeah. It's really cool. It's really cool. The music is also great by T. Lopes. So definitely recommended that you get that. Get Shinobi Art of Vengeance. And it's a very promising start to Sega's new era.
Everybody get Shinobi.
Yes.
I'm not biased.
Yeah. Agreed. So if you want more about that, check out our like next week's episode. We're going to talk about Shinobi in detail with Brian Shea of Game Informer and the All Things Nintendo podcast. Also more Shinobi. Why not a special dance performance by the Kinjas?
Oh yeah. Oh, this was amazing.
This is really cool. So this is a dance group performing to the soundtrack of Shinobi Art of Vengeance. So do check that out on YouTube. We've got no sound, but it's great. And they have the different stages and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah, nice set design.
Yeah.
I think I sent you a gif of Sam and Cal pressing the golden buzzer.
Yeah.
It reminded me like something that might be on Britain's Got Talent or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if this was on AGT, then
this was
I would definitely I would definitely press that golden button, and I would expect them to win the whole thing.
Yeah. And while we watch this for the video viewers, right, we can also talk about the fact that Dr. Eggman has been announced as one of the 3 guest villains that are coming in the Sega Villains Stage DLC. So they've had announced this before. I think we talked about this couple of months ago, perhaps, but we didn't really know what the villains would be or who the villains would be. And now we know that one of the three, is Eggman. And I actually talked to Ben Fike about this, so this was something that was challenging for them at Lizard Cube, because they had to like come up with stages, and the art style of the stages had to be reminiscent of the original games and the original characters and stuff. So that's something that's very exciting, and it's the only DLC confirmed for the game so far.
I'm so looking forward to it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I want to play it.
So there's going to be like a Green Hill stage then, maybe.
I don't know. Yeah, we don't really have much in terms of details, other than, I believe, let me try to share this here. I believe we have, let's see if I can share this. We have like an Instagram
I'm thinking that it would
here.
probably be some kind of like an Eggman kind of environment. So like, I don't know, maybe like an Eggman land.
I can
or
see,
like
so they shared
kind of
this.
environment.
I can see some palm trees, I think, and like a loop-de-loop in the background.
Okay, so maybe they do Green Hill there.
So
Which is
maybe.
kind of a strange choice, I feel.
I don't know.
When you're going
spooky.
after Eggman, don't you like go into their lair? But,
Maybe
I
so.
I guess Green Hill is more iconic for the whole series, but yeah.
I mean, the one thing about the stages in this game is they're, like I think James mentioned, they're very long. So it's not really a game that you probably play in one sitting, like complete in one sitting. At least the first few playthroughs, and they evolve, like you were saying. So there are different sections and different environments, it seems. So you move from place to place in the same level.
Start in Green Hill, and then eventually things become more robotic, kind of.
Maybe chemical plant, maybe like the elements of those different things could be interesting.
Good idea.
Yeah. So who knows? Who knows? That's coming soon. We don't really know when, but soon. TM. We have the Sega Villains DLC for Shinobi Art of Vengeance. So that's it about
Landy.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
That would be cool. Yeah.
That would be cool. Yeah.
And maybe that would go with the Rio on the forklift sort of thing that they've already got in there. Maybe that's just an Easter egg.
It's interesting because I asked Ben how hard it was to get Rio in the game, and he said it was the easiest of the Easter eggs that we have in the game. Was the easiest one to get, so no problem at all. Interesting. I also asked him if we would get if that meant we could get a 2D Shenmue game by Lizard Cube. And he said no.
Or Landy
but he wouldn't
as one
say
of
yes,
those
would he?
villains.
Yeah. Sorry?
Or Landy as one of the... Oh, sorry.
No,
Who are you asking?
James said he wouldn't say yes. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
But you were saying Lime, sorry?
Yeah, I was saying or Landy as one of those villains.
Yeah, that's what James was referring to, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. So we said the same thing, but
yeah. Who knows? Maybe. But I actually have no idea. I think maybe.
I do. It's definitely gonna be Landy. It's definitely gonna be.
I'm saying I have no.
Really?
I've got information. I've got some context.
I have no clue as to what could be like a three pack of villains, a 3-villain pack here. Eggman makes sense, but.
I would
say it's iconic. What other Sega villain is iconic?
Death Adder could be, from Golden Axe.
It's the Rio Easter egg, right?
So Death Adder from Golden Axe.
Okay, yeah.
Because there's the Rio Easter egg, and there's also a Golden Axe Easter egg, right? Is there any other Easter eggs?
I haven't found it yet, I think. I found a Streets of Rage 4-1.
Okay. Yeah, there was like a Golden Axe poster or something, I think, on a wall.
Maybe. I missed that. Maybe Mr. X from Streets of Rage could be one.
Oh, yeah, that would be. Yeah.
That would be interesting.
That maybe would make more sense because they kind of started as 2D characters so it's probably easy to redesign a Golden
don't know.
Axe thing and maybe a Streets of Rage thing, and I don't know.
It would be nice to see like Shinobi fight Landy. That would be amazing.
It would.
That would be
sick.
very, very cool. Yeah.
And he blocks everything.
Yeah. We don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So stay tuned to the Sega Lodge for more.
And then when you defeat that, and when you defeat Landy, then you get the Easter egg. Shenmue 4.
Ooh. Imagine
Coming
that.
2027.
Yeah.
We'll actually talk about Shenmue more in a little bit. But go get Shinobi Art of Vengeance. You owe it to yourself. It's my favorite game of the year so far. All around game of the year. Like Sega game of the year, yes, but all around game of the year so far. So not that I've played many games this year, like new ones, but I'll probably say like Art of Vengeance, Donkey Kong Bonanza.
I want to play that one as well.
Really cool.
I've had surprisingly little time to play games for being unemployed. I don't know how it happened.
It's been 38 lime.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's like part of it is the open network test. Definitely.
Oh,
I put so much time into I just prioritize that, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so that's Shinobi out of the way. Let's talk about Sega, like we always do.
What?
Miscellaneous Sega. Yes, miscellaneous Sega. So we have like a few things here to go through quickly, I believe. So first of all, financial reports. Yes. Everyone's favorite part of the show. Not much in terms of like we're not going to go into deep on this, but remember how the fiscal year works? So it starts in April. 1st of April goes till 31st of March. So that means we already have like the first quarter results. So from April to June. And we actually are just now, July, August, no, September, still 1 month more for the second quarter. But the first quarter results are in, and it apparently Sega reported a decline in net sales for the first quarter to $548 million. Not enough money. Not enough money. Yeah. And they actually, so this comes from gamesindustry.biz. We'll leave all these links in the show notes for people who wanted to take a closer look at this. But they say that the games performed largely in line with expectations. There was a limited number of newly released titles in this period, so I actually can't remember what games released from between April and June. I'm guessing only the free-to-play Persona 5 The Phantom X. And there wasn't there like a Demon Slayer game? I believe so as well. I can't remember. I don't know if I'm missing anything here.
That would make sense for the decline.
And Yakuza 0 on the Switch 2 as well. That was a launch title for the Switch 2.
Oh, yeah.
So that was also a game. But but they didn't really... They had... So full game catalog sales and Rovio titles also performed weaker compared to expectations, though sales of new titles remained steady. That's what they say. Sega Sammy says here in their report. Persona 5 The Phantom X actually was the launch, like the worldwide launch, was stronger than expected. They announced the game exceeded 1.5 million downloads on the first day of launch. Interesting. Have you guys played this one? Let's all say it together. No.
I have to be honest. I lost what we're talking about.
Oh, Persona 5 The Phantom X. See, it's a no. If you're lost, it's a no.
I haven't played it.
Persona 5 The Phantom X. Yeah. So this is a free to play game in the Persona 5, in the Persona series, and in the Persona 5 series as well. I think at this point there are so many spin-offs of Persona 5 that it's really a series.
Yeah, I'm
On
allowed.
its
I
own.
have an ADHD diagnosis, so it happens, and I'm sorry.
It's
I don't
okay.
mean to.
I only buy games. I don't want free games.
Yes, like an adult, basically.
Yeah.
Children want free games. Adults pay for their
Buy
games.
games.
I can pay for my own games. Thank you very much. Who do you think I am? Yeah. And they also mention the ever so famous transmedia strategy as well, the focus on its transmedia strategy. And they mentioned the opening of Sega Store Tokyo last month, the first physical Sega Store in Japan. So that's great news for people in Tokyo. It would be nice to get more Sega stores. Yeah. So people who are going like to move to Japan will be happy to know that there's a Sega store in Tokyo.
Definitely.
Hint, hint. Wink, wink. Yeah. Yes. And so for listeners, James is pointing at himself. Yeah.
Indicating that James is one of those people
Exactly.
who will be moving to Japan.
Yeah. So, but although these are like sort of disappointing results in the way that sales declined 22.7%, but they say that their forecast for this fiscal year is still the same. Nothing changed. They're hoping, and I'm guessing when CrossWorlds is out, that will definitely sell like hotcakes. So yeah, it'll definitely.
One of my favorite things from this piece of news was the fact that they managed to incorporate every single different type of graph chart available. So if you click on the on the PDF, Casey,
okay,
I think they've done a bar chart, a line chart, a pie chart, a chart. So
okay, we're actually showing it. So if you're curious about the variety of charts included, there we go. Okay,
so that's a nice one. That's the trend chart.
Okay. Then we have, what do we call this one?
That looks like a pH test.
That's true.
Yes, that's what it's called.
Yes.
The pH test.
The pH test, yes.
Yeah.
There's some lines here as well, some graphs.
Loads of charts.
Loads of charts. I actually thought you were going to say something like, oh, my favorite part is like how they speak of the transmedia stuff or whatever. No, it's different charts.
I'm disappointed. I searched for Sonic in this document. I found only one.
That's
one instance. The word Sonic. What was that for, Lime?
That was for unit sales of major IPs full game, and there's Sonic series here mashed into one.
Okay. Yes, that's true. It's here. Yeah. Sonic series, Total War series, Persona series, Like a Dragon series, which includes Judgment series. Interesting that they mentioned Judgment specifically when people have been asking for a new Judgment game. But there seems
because it's still selling or something.
Probably. So it's still
the Judgment is
relevant
its own
enough.
Thing?
Sorry?
Judgment is its own thing?
Yes, Judgment and Lost Judgment are two games. Like it's a spin-off series of Like a Dragon.
Right. I just saw where I looked, I saw Like a Dragon series in brackets includes Judgment, as if that's included in.
Yes. No, I just mentioned series. They specifically mentioned Judgment in there. So they could have just said Like a Dragon series.
Okay, I see.
But it's relevant enough to get an actual specific mention in there, like includes Judgment series. Interesting.
It's a nice way to sort of bump up the numbers a little bit.
Maybe.
It's sold 5 copies. Like a Dragon series is,
could be
1,000,005.
I'm guessing if they mention it by name, it's probably a little bit more than
must be
5.
doing decent, yeah.
Probably 10. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So that's the sales, the financial report bit of this show. Thank you very much. Come back next month for more financial news from the world of Sega. That concludes our financial
I'll
report.
try not to zone out next time. I am so sorry. I feel so dumb.
Okay, so on to more interesting news. Let's talk about games. So before Gamescom, we had a Nintendo Direct, like a Partners Direct or something, and Sega announced Yakuza Kiwami and Kiwami 2 for Nintendo Switch 2. Interesting. So coming November 13th, which means that we're now getting Yakuza 0, 1, and 2, essentially. So the first 3 games, like chronologically in the series, will now be available on a Nintendo platform for the first time. Very graphic images here. I apologize.
So much blood.
It's for like a Nintendo trailer, yeah.
Yes. So the kids platform, the kids console is getting very bloody games. Yeah. Yakuza Kiwami 2. Yakuza Kiwami, the first game in the series, so definitely something that people should check out. And Kiwami 2, one of the better ones as well. I think it's like a fan favorite in terms of story and stuff. It's like very iconic. And it's interesting that Yakuza, the first one, turns 20 this year, I think. Yeah, I believe so. In December. And there's karaoke and baseball and stuff.
But no
cabaret
director's cut
managing.
for these games.
Yeah, so I don't think they were specific in terms of like features. The first one, Yakuza 0, these are the Kiwami versions, right? Which are like the graphically enhanced already. They have, I do believe they had slightly extra content as well. Yakuza 0 didn't have a Kiwami version, so they, for the Switch 2 release, the director's cut, they added extra cutscenes and stuff, recorded new content for that. But I don't know if they're adding anything to this. I don't think it was mentioned. Yeah. What they're adding is actually in-game text support in other languages. So for the first time. So including French, Italian, German, Spanish, Latin American Spanish, Brazilian Portuguese, and Russian, which is something that's new. Cool. Excited for this? Maybe? No?
Yeah, I mean, I would have the games on another platform. So, yeah, I mean, I don't need more copies of it, I feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Same. It doesn't mean I won't get them eventually, maybe, but yeah, maybe as a way to play them. I don't have them on Steam. I have them on, I think, some on PlayStation, some on Xbox. So maybe this would be a nice way to have them portably. Although I could play them.
I don't have a Nintendo Switch 2 yet.
Okay.
So not for me, but I do have the limited run games ones coming in a couple of years' time.
Yeah, so maybe get the Switch 2.
Could do
while you wait.
Are you planning to get the Switch 2?
I will actually. In Japan, I will pick one up there. Yeah, one less thing to worry about over here.
Right, makes sense. I think Japan has their own region locked version of the console as well, so it would be a good idea to buy it there. Yeah,
I'm like, because I know there's a region locked version that's like quite a bit cheaper, I believe.
Yeah,
and then there's also the international one that lets you play.
Well, they do actually sell it there as well.
Yeah,
it's just so, yeah.
more expensive.
I thought they only sold that version. You see.
So I think from what people were telling me, I'd have to probably buy the international one anyway to play my old Switch 1 games.
Yeah.
So I'll have to do that.
It's still probably cheaper there, I'm guessing. I don't know. What with tariffs and stuff, I don't know which one, where it's cheaper actually. Right now, things are a little bit tricky in that regard. Yeah. But if someone is like, if your only console is a Switch 2, right? If you don't have any other game systems and you've never played the Yakuza games or the Like a Dragon games, I believe
No-brainer.
these are, no-brainer. This is a no-brainer. So just like get Yakuza 0 to get acquainted with the characters, with the first like chronological part of the story, and then Kiwami 1 and 2. It's a pack of 2 games coming November 13th, I believe. I don't know if it's a pack-in or if you actually can buy them separately. I just mentioned that.
Yeah.
I do believe you
What
can.
was weird about the trailer was it showed Yakuza Kiwami 2 first, and then Kiwami 1 was sort of like an afterthought, if you know what I mean.
Mm,
So I don't know. Does that mean that Kiwami 1 is included with Kiwami 2?
They mentioned 1 and 2, so
yeah.
I do. Let's see. They actually they in on the website they mentioned the game separately. So maybe it's not only a pack. I'm just actually going to. This is very interesting content now for people. So,
and they're doing a Kiwami 3 or something, right? Wasn't that announced at Gamescom? Or did I make that up?
I believe I didn't see anything about that. I think people want that to happen, but not really. Right. I don't think
don't remember
it's
seeing
been announced. About that. I think people want that to happen, but not really. Not really something that's been announced, because they only did 1 and 2 in terms of Kiwami versions.
I tell you what, it might be. There's an RGG summit coming up.
Yes,
and I think there was something leaked.
Oh,
regarding a Yakuza Kiwami 3 potentially. That might be what I've read.
So Kiwami and Kiwami 2 will be available as. Oh no! Now I remember. Yes, Kiwami was already out for the Switch. Remember last year, October last year, alongside the show, the TV show, I believe. Remember that? Yeah, that's it. That's why I'm getting Yakuza Kiwami separately here. Yes, on the website. So yeah, so you can actually. What this means is you get Kiwami 2, and you can also get Kiwami, which was already available for the Switch.
Like a little bit of a reminder.
Yeah, I believe that's it. Yeah.
That makes sense, because I do recall when Limited Run Games did the first Yakuza Kiwami Collector's Edition thing.
Mm-hmm.
Switch was an option, but only for that one.
Okay.
Which makes sense.
Okay. And yeah, I was just trying to see. Yeah, so this is a Switch 2 edition. This is a Switch 2 edition for Kiwami as well. So I don't know. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, they are both coming on November 13th for the Switch 2. But you can already play Kiwami 1 on the original Switch. And I'm guessing if you have a Switch 2, you can probably play it on there as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Moving on, Persona 3 Reload. Another game that I believe we've all played.
Another game that I have had for a long time, but I just don't get to it. Okay. I don't know why. I really want to play it, but
I've been told by many people that this is probably the best in terms of story, the best Persona game. Persona 5 was the one that made Persona more mainstream, I guess, but Persona 4 was also a big hit, but Persona 3 is many Persona fans' favorite game in the series. And this is the definitive version. the Reload version, which is also coming to Switch 2. And this one is sooner, October 23rd.
Cool.
I
Yes.
loved 4 and 5, so I really want to get to that. I just have to decide if I'm going to stream it or if I'm just going to play it for myself. Or
Yeah. I think after last year, with so many like turn-based RPGs, long ones as well, I think I decided to take a break from turn-based RPGs. But I do want to get to Persona 3 Reload at some point, because I really think, and judging from what people say about this game, it's really, really, really cool.
Reload.
So, Reload. Yeah. So again, one that people who don't own other consoles, just own a Switch or a Switch 2 now, I guess. This is another no-brainer, another Sega game or Atlas game that you definitely should get. If not on other systems, on Switch 2 when it comes out. October 23rd.
should mention that since last, I am now familiar with Crazy Taxi.
That's true.
Yeah. Thanks to Casey over here giving me some sick education.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, indeed.
Crazy money.
It was fun.
Nice.
It looked fun,
So
actually.
chaotic. It was so chaotic. I did not expect it to be so chaotic. It was so chaotic.
Yeah.
You did quite well, Lion, for your first go.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. He tried the crazy box as well, the mini games, and he did great. Yeah.
Did quite well on getting the strikes.
Yeah, for sure.
Did I manage to get that in the end?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think you got them. No.
The last
You
one.
kept running out of time on the lane. Yeah. It's very time-wise. Me saying Reload reminded me that House of the Dead 2 remake is released this month.
It has, yes.
That's probably all we need to say. I just thought it was worth a mention.
I could try to, so a little behind the scenes information here. I try to get the team on the show, and they said they would get back to me on that if there was any opportunity to get like an interview to talk about the game. But then I didn't really push for it, and apparently it's a little bit like most other Forever Entertainment released remakes. It's a thing. Have you played it, James? You mentioned it.
I haven't actually. No. After the first one, I was waiting to see what people thought about the second, and it's just as bad. Apparently.
Yeah,
but like you say, it's not the worst game. It's not the best game. It's sort of like your 5 or 6 out of 10 type of game, I think. Which is a shame, because that as a remake of a previous game, you might as well just play the previous game. You might as well just get a Dreamcast and play it there.
Yeah. I tried to find a Metacritic score, but apparently no news outlet reviewed. Oh, they did, but it doesn't have a... Oh, only 3 critics reviewed the game, apparently. So you got a 70 from Impulse Gamer, 70 from Game Reactor UK, and 50 from Nintendo Live. This is the Switch version. And I don't think we got any other versions reviewed here by critics. Oh, 50. Jimquisition gave it a 50 as well. An utterly ill-advised redub is just one of several puzzling disappointments. Yeah. So yeah.
They did redid the voices, didn't they? That's what it means, right? Redub.
Yes, apparently.
Goldman, has lost his iconic sort of intonation.
It is a thing, so do check it out if you want. I wanted to, at some point, I actually haven't played the first one either, but I'm not really that familiar with the House of the Dead series. but I wanted to try it. But like, as you see people like, complaining about several issues, you lose some of the hype for it, some of the like motivation. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, Virtua Fighter next. So we got a couple of Virtua Fighter trailers or videos also. So the first one was a pre-order trailer for Virtua 5 Riva World Stage, which is coming to all major platforms, right? Xbox, PS5, Switch 2, and it's got crossplay with the Steam version as well. And it's got like a new single player mode called World Stage. So that's something that will definitely make people excited for Virtua Fighter 5 again, I believe. And I believe if you're a Virtua Fighter fan, you'll probably have this on PC already, but if you're more of a console player and you want to check out the definitive version of Virtua Fighter 5, I believe this is a good time to think about it, right? Have you guys got the PC version yet?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think I've got Revo. I just sort of lost track of all the different releases that they were doing. Even seeing it in your list here, Casey, in the news, it was like, oh, is that a thing? It's like, what they added on World Stage to this version of the Revo.
So Revo is the PC version.
Yeah.
Because we had the PS4 version, Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown, I believe. Right? Wasn't it? Ultimate Showdown?
Yeah.
I think so. And then they released the PC version, which was Revo. And so they're I think they actually have already updated the PS4 version to match more of the Revo style, but now they're releasing it like modern, like current gen consoles like PS5, Xbox Series, Switch 2, and it's going to be cross-play. So it's going to be like the PC version will get a free update, and if you want to get the game on consoles, you can get the same thing and have cross-play and whatnot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So definitely something to check out. Do we have a date for this, actually?
I mean, for PS5 and Xbox, it's
October 30th.
Launching October 30th. Yeah.
Yes.
On Steam, it just says free upgrade.
Yeah, that's it. So and definitely waiting for the Switch 2 version a little bit longer, as it seems to be like the case for everything these days, as developers are like starting to understand how to upgrade and get like Switch 2 versions properly. Yeah. So that's the first bit of Virtua Fighter news. We also have more new Virtua Fighter project news. So this was something that we actually talked about on an episode, in a previous episode, Lime. We saw this video with Dr. Scott Nick, but I think it's worth a mention as well here. So new Virtua Fighter project is like the reboot of the series, I believe. It's not going to be called Virtua Fighter 6, apparently. They're going to go in an all-new direction. And they launched this combat gameplay first look video, like the training stage. So thoughts on this? What do you guys think?
Looks absolutely amazing. It looks so cool. Like they seem to have gotten a little bit inspired by Mortal Kombat. It seems like with the slow motion kind of what looks like finishers. If that makes
Visceral.
sense. Yeah, and it looks very looks very cool.
It looks really, really cool. Yes. I'm not a big fighting game fan, but also because I lack the necessary skill. But yeah, it looks really cool. I've got a special
Great.
fondness in my heart, like deep in my heart, for Virtua Fighter for some reason. Like it's one of those. I think I mentioned this when we had like those when we did the tier list of franchises. Like Virtua Fighter is deeply connected to Sega in my mind. Even though I've never like played one of those games for more than a few hours, but it's definitely synonymous with Sega for me. So I do have a special fondness for the series. Yeah.
Same.
And I believe you do too, James, because of Yu Suzuki as well, right?
Oh yeah, it's like intertwined into Shenmue a little bit, and it's
as well.
And yeah, I first played it on the Sega Saturn. Actually got my Sega Saturn with both Virtua Fighter 1 and 2, so that was quite interesting. Playing the blocky Virtua Fighter 1, and then the smooth graphics of Virtua Fighter 2. Really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Good memories.
Excellent. So this is a new phase, right? I don't see this coming out in like earlier than 2027 or 2028, to be honest. I'm not sure. I don't know. They're like they're upgrading Virtua Fighter 5 still, right? So
True.
Late 2025, getting this, dropping little hints and like bits of information about this new project. I don't see it coming out next year. I think it's too soon for it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I would say 2027, 2028.
Go 27. 28 seems like a little bit too far to me.
Too far? Perhaps. Yeah. Okay. So speaking of Virtua Fighter being intertwined with Shenmue.
Nice.
We finally have some decent Shenmue news, right?
Definitely,
definitely. And so, James, would you like to take this one?
Sure thing. So, coming from Inning Games and Yu Suzuki is Shenmue 3 Enhanced. So, yeah, just announced the day before Gamescom. Rolled into town, well, at least in Germany. Yeah, we've got like a whole host of key enhancements here that I might as well just read for you. So, if you've played Shenmue 3, you're familiar with the game. If you haven't played Shenmue 3, I think both of those sort of people would be interested and excited for this, I think. So it's enhancing the game somewhat by improving the graphics and performance. So we've got sharper textures, richer details, faster loading times, and smoother gameplay. There's going to be a 4K texture uplift, so it's going to be more refined and detailed environments and characters. They've got like DLSS/FSR support, which I didn't really understand at first, but Matt explained this a little bit to me. So it's like high quality upscaling without sacrificing performance. So for like your Nintendo Switch platform, it'll help the game run better. And, yeah, that kind of thing. Increased NPC density, so the city village of Niawu feels more alive with more characters populating the streets, which is a cool one because it was quite dead before. And also with the enhancements for the faster loading times and performance, I played it originally on the PS4, and just running around in Niawu, there was like shop stalls with no one there, and then all of a sudden the characters would pop in.
Yeah.
So hopefully now that'll just mean that you can just run everywhere. These characters moving, like walking along the streets, and the stall are manned by people straight away. Then there's the classic camera mode, so an optional camera perspective inspired by Shenmue 1 and 2 alongside the modern view. So the modern view is like over the shoulder, sort of Gears of War style, if you want to think of it like that. So it's reverting the camera back to behind Ryo, directly behind him. I think the reason they changed the camera was that Ryo was in the way a little bit of the camera, so they felt like the over-the-shoulder thing allowed you to see more in front of you, which
makes sense
a little bit. But after playing with the classic camera mode on the PC, like the fan mod,
I
don't know, I quite like it anyway. It's got a more of a wider focal range, I feel like, that maybe you don't see directly in front of rear, but I feel like you see more in
Yeah,
general.
I'm excited for this particular enhancement, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that's a good one, a big one. Then there's some gameplay tweaks. So we've got an optional summon system adjustments. So obviously before it was quite mean, especially when you first started the game. You couldn't really run everywhere. I know when Lime streamed it, Lime enjoyed walking. So it was like the game was made for Lime. And he didn't really mind the food, but a lot of people, that is like the major sort of disappointment with the game, is like you want to get involved in the exploration and the story, and you're forced to walk, you're forced to buy food when you haven't really got much money. So there's going to be some adjustments there. Health restoration before fights, I think, is a good one, because again, stamina was tied to fights. So if you've got low on stamina, you haven't got enough money to buy food, and then you encounter a fight, you're starting a fight with like 1 bar of health.
Yeah.
So at least now there's like a separate bar for this for fights, which is good. And then reduce money barriers. Reduce money barriers for smoother progression. So again, those 2 times in the game, Lime, where you were like, "What?" when you needed to buy the wine.
Right.
Was it like 2,000 yuan, I think? And then later in the hour,
it was a lot. It was a lot. Yeah.
And then the move score was like 5,000, I think.
I just resorted to kind of cheating on like what was the term? Save buffering?
Save scumming.
Yeah, save scumming. Yeah, there we go. To get the money, because I don't know. I didn't think it was interesting to just make that money legitimately. It would take a long time. So
yeah, and the problem, I mean,
I didn't mind that.
You could be loving the game and making money, but then you could spend that money without realizing that you then need to save it. So I think on my first playthrough, I was like collecting herbs and then selling the herbs to the pawn shop guy. And then later in the game, when I needed to buy that move scroll, it's like 5,000. I couldn't make money from herbs because I'd sold them all already and bought stuff. Maybe like bought some costumes and stuff. So we'll see how drastically they reduce the money barriers, but I think that will help like the more casual players out there. Then we've got some improved interactions, so cutscene and conversations can be skipped now, and they've also expanded the QT timing window for more accessible gameplay. That was like really harsh.
This is a good one.
I don't think anyone nailed the QTs first try.
Yeah, I had so much issues. They were just too quick for me throughout the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Personally,
and whilst I wouldn't personally skip cutscenes ever, you could already skip them on a second playthrough. This is just like the first playthrough that you can't skip cutscenes and conversations. It's nice to have the option, I guess. And then we've got menu and UX enhancements, which is an unusual term for UI, UX. Not sure what the difference is, but apparently they've streamlined the navigation and helpful purchase alerts now. So they specifically told us like that helpful purchase alert. So say if you're buying move scrolls from a shop, it doesn't really tell you that you've already bought a move. So you might buy a move, and I remember you sort of had this at one point, Lime, like you had to back out of the menu to check to see if you'd already bought the move scroll, and then went back in to make sure you didn't buy the wrong one. A couple of times I played the game, I bought the same move.
Same. Yeah. By the way, UX is user experience, UI is user interface.
Yes.
UX designs the why and how of the user's experience, and UI designs the what they see and interact with.
Yes, good. Thank you.
Because I Googled it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was just about to go there because like I work with this. So,
oh, yeah.
Nice.
I wouldn't like it. It was a very good summary, though. I couldn't have said that better myself.
It wasn't me. It was Google. Yeah.
Yeah, but still.
Still good. And then the last one is optionality first. So all major changes can be toggled to preserve the original experience for purists, which is nice as well. So despite them adding all these new changes and making things slightly easier, you can also revert back to the original experience if you wish. So I'm really excited for it. And we actually interviewed In Games because me and Matt both went to Gamescom. where obviously this was like semi-announced, although they didn't really have a trailer or anything at Gamescom to show people, but they got like a lot of appointments because they were like more like a business booth rather than like a gameplay area booth in the entertainment area.
Sure.
It was like restricted to the business area,
Mm-hmm.
and they were getting a lot more appointments than they anticipated because of this news of Shenmue. So people were going there specifically for Shenmue, despite them showcasing Simon the Sorcerer and also another game called Apia, I think, which is like a remake of a classic shmup game. I personally hadn't heard of, but hey, that's what they're doing. And Simon the Sorcerer looks quite cool as well. That's like a remake, or it might be a sequel of an old game. I think it might be a sequel to an old game called Simon the Sorcerer.
Okay.
But yeah, this is me and Matt interviewing Felix from NN Games, who you've had on the show a couple of times, right?
Yep.
PC?
Yep. Great guy.
Awesome guy. Really friendly. Really honest as well, which we liked. Yeah, we asked a few more questions, like if Kickstarter DLC is going to be in there, if they're going to change other things in the game, credits, music. Forget off the top of my head exactly what we said, but we got some additional things there that they are considering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So despite that long list I've just read, there could be more on top of this that they're still working on.
Yeah.
He also confirmed that it's coming to the Switch 1 and Switch 2 is something that they expect to happen further down the line, but they're just not at that point where they're ready to sort of commit to that.
Yeah.
But platform-wise, so it's coming to PS5, PC, Nintendo Switch, Xbox Series consoles, and if you previously owned it on the PS4 or the PC, like the original release of Shenmue 3, there's an upgrade path, so you can pay a smaller amount of money essentially to rebuy the game for the enhanced version, which I would highly recommend people do.
That's definitely the most exciting part of this for me. It's more people get to experience the game on different consoles, different platforms, and obviously
like Nintendo specifically is like intriguing. I don't know how Nintendo plays because they've never played a Shenmue game, have they? Like people that solely play Nintendo consoles.
Yeah, for sure. No,
it's gonna be quite interesting.
Only PS4 and PC. Oh, Xbox as well, right? With the 1 and 2 HD, and yeah. But yeah, Nintendo doesn't have anything else, which is very quite puzzling for me. Why Sega didn't decide to release 1 and 2 HD on Switch, or now switch to maybe this will help to make the decision to port to Switch 2, I guess. But
again, it's another no-brainer, isn't it? Really, they should do now.
Yep,
they've got
at the whole
series. Reason.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really excited about this, and I definitely recommend people watch the video of your interview with Felix here from NN Games. Definitely more insights into what's coming out of this project. We don't have a release date yet, right? So any sort of idea?
It said winter 2025. So I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. It could be very soon.
Do you really believe that?
I personally don't, because the fact that they didn't really have anything to show at Gamescom, like a trailer or a build. So for it to only be like 2 or 3 months away seems a bit crazy. So hopefully, well, not hopefully, but I mean, I could see spilling over to 2026. Yeah. And in fact, winter still is 2026 in a way. It's like up to February sort of time.
So actually, winter starts December 21st, right? So if we're being technical, so the season itself, right? So, but although we think about like winter, like the later months of the year,
like November a little bit,
but that's fall still or autumn. So technically, but we think about winter as like the last few months of the year. But I wouldn't be surprised if they like end up pushing this further, even like to summer or fall 2026, because they the way they talk about and the way they answer your questions, it looks like this is still in like an early stage of not development, because the game is done, right? They're just optimizing and changing, but this takes time.
Probably why they feel like it might not take too long, because once they've got the game upgraded to this enhanced graphical fidelity, because it's going to be on like a later Unreal build or whatever.
Okay.
So once they get past that, maybe all these other optional things are just sort of like small minor adjustments within the game's coding. I'm not sure. I'm no game developer.
Could be, yeah. That's actually a good point, but I don't know. I don't know if it's that easy, right? It kind of depends on, like you said. I don't know either. It's just a matter of like they do seem like they're not really comfortable sharing a lot about this game. They sometimes, like Felix, like you said, he's like a really honest guy, and like he usually tells it like it is. So if he's not comfortable talking about something, it's probably because they don't know, or it's not really something they considered yet. So I don't know.
I mean, our questions in that interview were like very specific because they're from Shenmue fans.
Yeah,
so
that's true as well.
You also assume like maybe he wasn't confident in giving answers for stuff that he might not be 100% familiar with.
That's true as well. Yeah, but still, very good news for Shenmue fans. Very good news.
Amazing,
finally,
man.
I think we this is what we were. I actually wasn't really. I was hoping for an enhanced version, but I wasn't really that confident that we would get that. I would just be happy with just like a plain old Shenmue 3 being ported directly as is to Xbox and Switch. That would be cool as well. But the fact that we're getting an enhanced version fills me with more hope that there's more to come as well.
Yeah. Well,
there's budget to do this, to implement these changes, and there's some like bit of confidence that this might be what gets us over the edge to get a Shenmue 4 in the future from the developer's point of view.
Yeah,
maybe.
Completely agree. Yeah, I mean it's good that there's more Shenmue in the world again. It's like it's keeping Shenmue alive, and I don't know. Obviously, the sales aren't going to be exceptional because it's a game that's already been released. But I do feel like with it coming to these other platforms, it's not just straight port. I think the enhanced will add to the sales value in that. So Nintendo Switch owners, I feel like it'll do well. I've got a good feeling about this because it's never been on a Nintendo console before. It hasn't released on the Xbox Series consoles, Xbox One or whatever. It was a PS4 and a PC exclusive when it first came out. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a wider audience, and they've also done more work to it as well with the enhanced thing. So I just feel like it's an easier sell to people. It's not just like, oh, this is like the 7 out of 10 Shenmue 3 that a lot of people were disappointed in. This is like, everyone seems quite excited about this because they're fixing the things that made the game a 7 in a sense. Not everything, of course, not like story content, but yeah.
I don't know if the story content, the things that some fans were disappointed in, were the things that like a more general games media was disappointed in as well.
That's true.
So,
and like when Lime played
this
it,
will
Lime
probably make it like more of an 8, perhaps, or closer to that.
Yeah. Like Lime thought it was, and to say it was like the best of the 3 for Lime. So now it's getting even better.
Yeah, indeed.
It's the bestest of the
awesome.
best. Yeah.
Yeah, to me, it definitely was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Excited. Yes, again, excited to get this on even more platforms. So I have the PC and PS4 versions. So now I'll get probably the Xbox and Switch version as well. Yeah. Why not? And play it again.
Like a true Shenmue fan.
Shenmue fan. You know, sales will be amazing by like Shenmue fan standards because everyone is going to buy the game again. But
well, I worked it out between me and Matt. We were going to buy it 18 times, nine times each, I think. Okay. Because there's going to be a physical release.
Oh
and then
yeah,
there'll
the
be like a
collector's edition. and
collector's
stuff, yeah.
edition. So it's like twice on 4 different platforms.
Okay.
Twice, because there's 2 others.
Yeah.
So,
Something like that.
between Shenmue Dojo owners, you have like sales. Your sales quota is met. Okay. Yeah. So Shenmue 3 Enhanced. Look forward to more info on that when we know it, and obviously check out shenmuedojo.com for more like more in-depth look at that. Obviously. Yeah. Moving on. Where these next 2 will be, or 3 will be, very quick, because we want to get into a little bit of Sonic Racing CrossWorlds at the end. So this is a rumor, but apparently not really, almost confirmed. So there, people were like going crazy for a Lego Game Boy set that was announced like last month or a couple of months ago. Really cool Lego Game Boy set. And now it seems like there's a Lego Sega Mega Drive controller rumored. Not really something that looks like this, but more like something that looks like this. So.
Right, I was thinking does not look like...
No. The picture on that article, that was the first article that I found with that bit of news, but it really didn't look like anything like a Mega Drive controller. But then there's like a Sonic Mega Drive thingy. So that it apparently, though, it's not. It won't be available for purchase. So this is a little bit disappointing. This is something that you can get if you spend at least 130 euros, apparently, on a Lego store. So probably online as well. And you can actually then add this for free to your basket, apparently, I believe. I believe it's for free.
Quite cool.
Yeah. It is quite cool, but it's like it will only be available. Wait, let me just check. Yeah, it'll be available from September 8th. So 1 week from when we're recording this, probably a couple of days after you listen to this episode. But it's apparently detailed, but not something that you can actually purchase on its own, which is quite disappointing because I wanted to get this if I could, right? Something.
Is it like limited? Limited to a certain amount of purchases, or?
It seems like it. It seems like it'll be like quite the collector's item because it will only be available for a specific time. So it says here, promo dates 8th to 17th of September 2025, and it's free with all Lego purchases over $130 or euros or probably pounds as well. So, yeah, it's the number of the set is 4769. So 40769, I should say. Yeah, it's got the D-pad, the 3 circular buttons, the rounded shape of the controller that we know, right? And then there's a small stand that can like have, and you can have interchangeable stickers saying Sega Mega Drive or just Sega. And yeah, and you can
and Sonic, right?
And you can open up the controller, and you'll find Sonic inside. That's the other picture that I showed here. This one. So if you open the controller, you'll find like Sonic and the Green Hill Zone motif there. Looks cool. Little stand as well. So it would be nice to get this. To be able to buy this, but it'll definitely be something that you'll find online on eBay for like $1,000 or pounds or euros or whatever. Maybe 1,000 currency or Swedish crowns.
I mean, in that case, you could just get it for £130 then, couldn't you? And then sell the Harry Potter set or whatever you buy.
Yeah, that's actually quite true. if you put it that way. Now that I think about it, yeah. So if you've got the money and you want, if there are more Lego like Sonic stuff at least, right? There's more Lego Sonic stuff, I believe.
I think so, right?
Not
Yeah,
I believe. I'm sure there is.
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
also a Shadow head, wasn't it? Wasn't there? Like released last year.
Yeah.
Remember that
I remember
looked
that.
like a little bit off. I don't know if that's
don't
available
remember
yet. Or
Yeah,
still,
like a big, just a
yeah,
head.
like a Lego Shadow head, like
I might
this.
recognize it if I see it.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't. Nah.
Yeah, it's
Just look a bit
available.
off.
So it's 70 euros for me. So I only need to spend 60 euros more to get the Mega Drive controller. Yay!
Oh. Go for it.
Yeah, yay!
How did that one get through QA? Wow. I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean to be mean.
Take a closer look at how beautiful it is. Look at this.
It's
I have to say, I think we talked about this last year on the show, and I had the same thought, but now that I see it again, it's not that awful looking to me right now.
It just looks very thin. Isn't it?
I don't know. It's like, it's weird because of like the
from the
the
front.
little
I see
stubs.
a dog. I think it looks like a dog from the front.
Here, Shadow. Here, boy. Here, boy.
Come here, Shadow.
Give here, Shadow. Woof. Woof, Maria. Yeah. So Lego Mega Drive, maybe if you're able to get it, let us know in the comments if you're planning on getting it. If you actually are able to get it, send us some pictures so we can show it next month on the news episode. Yeah. And a brief mention, because you want to talk about this, James. There's also the Polly Pocket Mega Drive ones,
Which, to me, it seems like a better product.
Yeah,
If I'm
definitely.
being honest.
Definitely.
So these popped up from, I saw it on Yakuza Fan
Mm-hmm.
on X. So I think it was it Walmart in the end, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's like these Genesis. So there's like a full Genesis console. It kind of looks like the original box as well. Like, I don't know if it's Mega Drive sized or it just looks that way in this picture. But then there's also like cartridges that are separate, and everything sort of morphs into a scene from a game. So they've got a cartridge for Altered Beast, and then it opens Polly Pocket style, and then inside there's like a Altered Beast playset. There's, for some reason, there's a Super Street Fighter, was it?
Yeah.
One.
So
And
I'm
then you've got
showing
your
the
Sonic.
Mega Drive version because it'll apparently be available in Europe as well. So
Which is
in
cool, I
America
didn't
you
realise
get the
that.
Genesis one, and in Europe we'll get the Mega Drive one as well. So we have Sonic 3, Altered Beast, Super Street Fighter 2, Sonic 2, and Altered Beast again. Okay, yeah, same one.
Oh, yeah, same one. But these look really cool.
Mm.
And the
Did we-
console comes with a tray. Did we see? It comes with a tray, and you can house the individual cartridges, and you can also put the cartridge directly into the console as well.
Yeah, so in that case, let me show that again. Yeah, like a tray.
There you go. There's the tray, the game tray.
Mhm. And you can see one of the cartridges in there as well.
Yeah.
And the console one it's got like the villains, like the boss, for some of the games of the so we have like the Death Egg Robot, we have Robotnik, we have Mr. Rex from Streets of Rage, Death Adder, and Mechasonic for some reason as well. And you can create different scenes. This is
That's the
this is
Sonic 1
Labyrinth
card.
Zone from Sonic
yeah.
1. Yeah. Confirmed. And
Sonic
also
3.
Sonic
Is that
3. This takes a little bit longer to load. But yeah.
Carnival Night,
Mhm.
Sonic 3. This is Knuckles figure.
Yeah.
Did we talk about? I don't remember when we talked about this, but we talked about these things earlier. But was that
About
before
half
the
hour
show?
before the show. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. Because my mind went like, wait, we talked about this
This is
before.
familiar.
Didn't we? Am I being dumb? Am I like? Am I in a time loop? Right.
Yes.
Just
We
go
did
through
before
the
the
same
show
thing over
started.
and over
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. We did because we didn't have this on the list, but James actually pointed this out and
Right.
it looked
Okay.
really nice. So these nice
Yeah.
dioramas here will be available apparently from September 30th, at least in Europe. But it seems like in the US you can get the Genesis versions on Walmart or in Walmart, right? They're available
Apparently so.
now
Yeah.
because
Yep.
Yakuza Fan already has a few of them or all of them.
He said he bought them all. Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent.
Pretty cool.
Okay. So something to look forward to if you're into collecting this kind of stuff. This does look better than the Lego controller.
Yeah, it was the Lego that reminded me of them.
Yeah,
Just because of the opening of whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Very brief mention to something that Lime you suggested. Do you want to talk about this merger?
Yeah. Like just quickly, like Paramount, who is making the Sonic movies, is merging together with Skydance. Apparently, it was a whole thing if they were gonna be allowed to do this merge, but yeah, now it's Paramount, part of Skydance Media. And yeah, I'm not at all sure what that means. But I do know that some people kind of blame the quality of Sonic 06 on the merger with Sammy. So like it could be significant in either way or not at all. Could be like, oh hey, now they have more money for a more awesome Sonic, and it will get even better than it is now if we're lucky. So yeah, I don't know, but it could definitely be significant.
Yeah, this is actually is lots of like difficult decisions and things that happen in politics and stuff concerning this merger. Current U.S. president included, but
Indeed.
so it was a lot of controversy surrounding all of this. But I'm with you. It could mean nothing at all. It's like just business as usual. It could also mean that it affects their current project and future projects, and we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
What comes out of this.
They're going to be changing the name because when they do these mergers, like Time Warner. When they merged,
no, like it's still Paramount, but now there's like a kind of a subtitle to it, the naming Skydance. Whereas I don't.
It's like Paramount, a Skydance Corporation.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. For now, at least. Parasky, Paradance, Mount Dance, Dance Mount.
That's what I was thinking.
Round
they've got
Mount?
the branding up there already with the Paramount Plus as well. So is it going to be like Paramount Skydance Plus?
They changed that, didn't they? Wasn't that? Oh no, that's HBO Max that changed it like back and forth. Yeah, crazy stuff. Naming conventions are weird. Yeah, it's hard naming things. It really is hard naming things. So
yeah, indeed.
Don't criticize. It's really
to come
hard.
up with Lime reversed.
There we go. Yeah. Okay. Finally, two quick mentions here. Football Manager 25 was not a thing last year, right? Which shocked many people, especially Football Manager fans. We actually, I think, there was a show that we did. We announced like there's a release date for Football Manager 25, and the next month we said, Football Manager 25 is cancelled. And so, James, you brought this to my attention. An interview with Miles Jacobson of Sports Interactive, the developers of FM.
This is an interview we did on BBC, of all places, actually, which was quite interesting. Obviously, Sports Interactive are a UK-based company, so I guess that's kind of why. But I just found it really interesting to hear Miles's take on why Football Manager 25 was cancelled. Ultimately, he's quite open and honest about some of the trials and tribulations that the company went through at the time. Obviously, they announced it, and then apparently, like a week later, it came to light that there was like these things that I forget exactly what he said, but there was like things in the game's code that caused them to potentially, decide to cancel the game ultimately. So that pretty much like a week on from announcing it, they were already deciding that they were going to cancel it. But because of the way that the stock market works, they couldn't announce it until, they dotted the I's and crossed the T's and stuff like that. They needed to make sure that everything was legit and above board. But also, they carried on working on it, thinking it could be a delay. He said that he had a build of the game that he played at home every so often over like a 2-week period, and he just, every time he went to play it, he was just disappointed with it. There was like loads of bugs, and he didn't think for the company that they are that it was quality. They're sort of known for quality titles, and he just felt like he didn't want to just release a game. So it's sort of like, I've seen people in the comments on the YouTube video comparing it to like EA Sports, who would just release this. They wouldn't care. They would release this, and then next year they'd improve on it slightly or whatever. Whereas it's quite refreshing to see that he didn't have enough confidence in the product to release it in this state, and he didn't want people to spend money on it for like what I think he said was like a 7 out of 10 game. And he said he had test panel try the game out, and they were rating it like 7 out of 10, but he even thought that was too high, to be honest. So he's got like these high expectations for his own product, which is pretty cool that, ultimately he sort of, I guess, enforced the decision to cancel it and then continue to work on Football Manager 26 instead, and which sort of allowed them to tweak a lot of the new features that they incorporated into this build that ultimately is the reason why it was delayed with the bugs and stuff. I think he said they sort of overachieved, causing like more harm to it than not, if you know what I mean, because they did a lot of changes to the overall engine.
Yeah, it was going to be a new engine as well, right? So that's probably what caused the game to not be as good as they wanted to at first.
Yeah, so I think they just took a lot on, and obviously they just realized they would never have enough time to get it without releasing it subpar. So it's a really interesting watch, actually. Like I say, very open and honest, and in fact, the YouTube comments, like I say, have taken the news quite well. A lot of people appreciate that, don't they? They don't want, a buggy game patch later.
For sure. And they can play FM 2024 still, right? So that's it's like the never-ending game. These games
well, this was a big thing because we've spoken about this quite a few months about how Sega sort of lost a bit of revenue from the expected sales of this game, didn't they?
I don't know if I haven't watched this. You mentioned this to me. I didn't really have time to watch this, but I wonder if, or how, I don't know if he made an executive decision to like cancel the project and delay this to 2026 or to 2025 rather, with the FM 26 edition. But I'm not sure if it's that simple, because he probably had to talk to Sega at some point and say, we can't go on with this. And Sega could just say, no, you have to put out something this year. It's like mandatory.
Yeah.
So it's probably not as simple as just saying, oh, okay, team, Miles, say we're stopping this now and taking a break, a year break from this. Maybe not that simple, but yeah.
Definitely.
But it's nice to see that Sega supported this. However it went, it's nice to see that Sega didn't go like the EA route and said, no, put something out, like put out a subpar product. We don't care. We want money.
Yeah. Which, I don't know, speaks volumes, actually, I think, for the relationship. They trust Sports Interactive to do a good job, and
for sure.
They have done in the past, so there's no reason why they shouldn't here, and this just for me sort of cements that Football Manager 26, if and when it does get released, it's going to be a great product.
Yeah. I only have one problem with this interview, which is, why is Miles wearing an Animal Crossing t-shirt?
Is that what that is? I didn't even realize.
Awesome that Miles is wearing an Animal Crossing t-shirt. But no, though, this is an ad. No, we don't want that. But also, why? Does this mean that we're getting a Football Manager Animal Crossing crossover?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
That's exactly what it means.
Yes. Dodo Airlines. Yes, it's from Animal Crossing. From Animal Crossing New Horizons? No. What is it? New? Yes. The island one, the latest one.
I don't know
New
much
Horizons.
about Animal Crossing.
That's the 3DS one.
I do think it's from the latest one.
Yes, New Horizons. Yes, yes, it's New Horizons. New Leaf is the 3DS one.
Okay.
Great games though. So good on you, Miles, from wearing a
Good taste.
an Animal Crossing T-shirt to a BBC interview about Football Manager. Makes total sense. Yeah, so watch that. We'll leave the link in the description. 12-minute video, so not too long, and I will definitely check it out myself as well after this.
He was probably thinking, "Ooh, blue shirt," and then everybody else is over analyzing it. Ooh, what does it mean?
Yeah. And like the team, like the media team, like the press team at Sports Interactive. No, that's not a Sega product. You can't do that. How?
Maybe
Why?
he thought he was picking up his Sega shirt. He was in a rush to the interview.
It's blue.
Grab the blue shirt.
Yeah,
Oh, look, Sonic.
It's close enough to Sega Blue. Let's use that.
Okay, last bit of Sega miscellaneous Sega news, because we really need to get moving. Angry Birds 3, the movie, coming out January 29th, 2027. I don't think we had a specific date other than it's coming, I believe. So now it's been confirmed that it's coming out on January 29th, 2027. Only
Seats.
on theaters. Yeah, grab your
I know I
tickets.
saw the first one. I don't know if I saw the other one. I don't think I even knew it existed.
I saw none of them.
None of them.
None of them. Moving on from generic Sega and into specific Sonic. So at this point, what else is there to say about Sonic Rumble, guys? It's not out yet.
Yeah,
but if you're in if you follow Sonic Rumble on social media, if you're in the Discord, they put out a statement, another one, saying that they're still working on it. Many of you have been wondering why the game hasn't been released globally yet, even though it may seem ready. The fact is that they're actually doing loads and loads of events and adding crossover events and stuff for people who have had access to the early builds of the game, like on territories that the game has soft launched. And they're always announcing this on social media, which makes it worse for everyone else who doesn't have access to the game, I believe. It would be better to just find a private way to share all this information, all these events that you hype up when no one can play the game. And so they do recognize that people are probably wondering why the game hasn't been released when it looks like it's ready. They say their focus now is making sure the experience is even better for new players who haven't had the chance to play yet. Why not just give them the chance to play the game and then maybe improve the experience? Because part of the experience is to actually get to play the game. What did you say?
Seems that way.
Seems that way. So they're making, quote, incredible progress toward global launch in 2025. we hope.
I do like that
that's
they
the
are taking
case.
the quality seriously and making sure that it stands up to standard. That I do appreciate.
Yeah.
Taking the football manager route.
I've heard many people say, I don't believe this game is ever going to come out.
It's gonna come out.
They're going to get it at some point. Yeah. But still, if you're able to play the game wherever you are, you can actually get the Bonanza Bros now. Mobo and Robo in Sonic Rumble. So pre-register now, but you can't play it, but you eventually will. Maybe. Yeah. This is one of those examples of crossovers.
Yeah. Bonanza Brothers. Not seen them for a while.
That's true. Maybe.
I have no idea who they are. I just recognize them from Transform. It's basically it.
Add that to the list for a future Sega Education stream, Lime. Let's play Bonanza Brothers together.
Is it fun? No.
It's not. It's
the silence said it all. Is it fun?
It's not my favorite Sega game, to be honest, but it's fun. It's a fun little arcade game. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I enjoy it more than Echo.
Fun.
You think? Yeah. I mean, Echo was fun. It was just overwhelming. I feel.
Yeah. This will definitely not overwhelm you. No. So in that regard, it's better than Echo. Okay. Speaking of crossovers, a couple more. Sonic cross Minecraft. So Sonic is coming. Sonic content is coming to Minecraft with the Sonic add-on super update. Sonic Shadow, Eggman, lots of stuff. Tails as well.
Tails.
Chaos Emeralds.
And Amy.
Emerald,
it's like very
Super Sonic
Adventure themed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially with the music as well. The music for the trailer was like Sonic Adventure.
And like Super Shadow, Super Sonic. Yeah.
True.
So the super update, Sonic the Hedgehog add-on super update coming to Minecraft.
Wow.
I don't think
everywhere now.
Many people have. Minecraft is still one of the biggest games in the world, but I don't know many people who are still playing Minecraft. I never really got into it. I
never tried it either.
I thought of trying the game, but then I thought, I'm gonna waste a lot of time on this.
You're like,
and then
I'm gonna have a life.
I need to have a life, so this does not work for me.
This is not a comment on the people who play Minecraft. Please have fun and enjoy.
Please do. I envy you. Yeah, because you're having fun with it. And also, Sonic Speed Simulator. Lego Sonic. Remember Lego Sonic? We talked about Lego Sonic earlier. Lego Sonic is now in Sonic Speed Simulator. A part of Roblox, which is another whole platform and thing that people spend lots and lots of hours in. I've actually tried Sonic Speed Simulator once or twice. Not really for me, but
I forgot it was even a thing, actually.
Yeah, I tried.
I was trying to wrap my brain where Sonic's speed thing is.
Oh, actually, sorry. As you're watching this, the event is now over. But it was a thing. I didn't notice the dates. Yes, it actually ended August 31st. So
no more Sonic ever.
No more. No, just Lego Sonic.
Sonic is cancelled. Yeah, sorry.
I believe you probably can unlock the character if you played it during the event. You probably could unlock the characters there. I don't know. But it's not really something. I actually didn't notice the end date. I just noticed the start date, which was the 2nd of August. But it ended August 31st. I apologize for that. Should have done this episode sooner. Yeah.
Did
you miss
cut
it?
This part out.
Boo.
Yeah, nobody has to know.
Or maybe, we'll cut this out. No.
And then,
we leave the mistakes. We learn from them.
I'll be the whistleblower going like, "Ooh, Casey, you cut this part out."
Yeah.
Everyone can be like disappointed with us now, can't they? They'd be like, "Ah,
Yeah.
if I'd only known about
This
that
is what
last month."
Casey is
Go
not
cry to
showing
your
you.
mommy. Okay,
Oh my God.
that was harsh. Okay, more collabs. Final one, I think. Not a final one because we're going to talk about Pac-Man, but Sonic the Hedgehog and PUBG Mobile collaboration on the horizon. So PUBG shared, or the company behind it, shared 6 major collaborations coming soon in version 4.0. And they share these silhouettes. And one of them is actually on top of that car, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Outrun.
Yes, on top of the car, like the Ferrari horse. No, it's Sonic. It's Sonic there. And so that means Sonic is just like Gleim was saying, Sonic is everywhere these days. Real world and digital worlds as well. Collaborating with brands, with games, with lots of stuff. Transmedia.
Can you make any of the others out? So there's 6 there, is there? What's the 2 sort of pillar things?
So there's a car.
There's a car.
You know,
And there's,
when I
like,
saw
Batman,
the thing next to the left of Sonic, I thought House of the Dead for some
floating thing.
reason. Yeah.
The floating thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know why it looked like House of the Dead, like 2 zombies looking at each other or something, but it's probably
okay.
not that. And then you were saying Batman?
Don't know. Maybe
Does it look like
the
no cape?
the guy kneeling.
Yeah.
True.
Generic, like action hero. I don't know. And generic action girl, like standing next to the car, or guy. I don't know. I have no idea. I know the other one. It's a question mark.
Ah,
Question mark is coming to PUBG as well. It's one of the 6 collaborations.
major collaboration.
Like, or maybe it's the Riddler from Batman.
Okay.
Could be. Yeah. Or it's just like, who wants to be a millionaire? So like questions. Instead of like shooting, you have to answer questions throughout the game.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's it. Finally, in more generic Sonic news, before we get into CrossWorlds, which is like what we want to spend a little bit of time in. So this past month, rather, August 15th, Christian Whitehead posts something on social media to celebrate the 8th anniversary of Sonic Mania. 8 years, wow. And he posted about this specific badnik called Kanga Klanga from Sonic Superstars. So this was a badnik that they, so I guess Evening Star created for Sonic Mania, it seems, but it ended up in Sonic Superstars, right? However, the alt text in the pictures he showed say Kanga Klanga Badnik as it appears in a 2.5D prototype Evening Star worked on after Sonic Mania. It is balancing on its tail and kicking forward with its springy roof feet. Sonic is knocked to the left with significant kinetic force. And so, in a way, we also got a look, and even more importantly than Kanga Klanga, is a look at what Sonic Mania 2 could have looked like. Or what eventually Sonic Superstars could have looked like if Evening Star had seen the project till completion, right?
It really looks like the Sonic Superstars Sonic, just with another kind of art style.
Yeah, more pixelized and more like
basically.
No, 2.5D. Yeah. What do you guys think
sorry.
of this?
Yeah, exactly. Not 2.5D.
No, but it is.
Like
it is 2.5D.
On the
actually
on the Saturn, maybe.
Oh, is that what you're saying? Oh, I see. Because like in Sonic Superstars, that was more like a
It was 2.5D as well. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like more 3D than this is, if that makes sense.
Yeah, less
Yeah.
pixely, less cartoony, perhaps as well, in terms of art style.
Like a little bit more. Yeah.
More like shinier, more like plasticky,
this
perhaps.
looks a little bit more hand drawn.
Yeah.
As opposed to like the computer model that Sonic Superstars kind of looks like, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
I prefer this approach, to be honest.
Yes.
Although I'm a fan of Superstars as well. I think it looks cool, but
it kind of seems like, even though there are different art styles, I see the same model.
Yeah,
that's all I'm trying to.
You can see the origins of what we got. Yes, definitely. Yeah, but it looks good. T-Lopes also shared music as well for a potential Sonic Mania 2, but because we're not really sharing audio here, you can find that yourselves. But I just thought this was really, really cool to see, and I would have loved this to have been a thing. And I'm still a little bit sad that we didn't really get a Sonic Mania 2 or Sonic Superstars by the Sonic Mania team, but it is what it is. Yeah. Okay, so Sonic CrossWorlds for the last 10 to 15 minutes of show, okay? And we're not going to spend too much time talking about lots of videos that Sega has put out about this. I wanted to focus more on a couple of things. First, James, you went to Gamescom, like you already mentioned, and you were able to play the game, like one of the builds, one of the demos there. So would you like to share your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so, I mean, firstly, the actual CrossWorlds booth that Sega had at Gamescom was just amazing. It was probably my favorite designed booth for the whole thing. They had like this cool entrance with a track that kind of looked like something that was ripped straight out of the stage. There'd be like roulette road and a massive TV screen they had at the front with like 4 cars set up, like proper racing game of chair style cars. And it was all hooked up 4-player, of course. And then they had like monitors on the far right, quite a lot, for people just to stand up and play the game. We actually sat in the 4 seats, which was really cool, actually. And so, like, we're on the big screen. And, impressions are, I really enjoyed it. I felt a little bit out of my comfort zone coming off of, like, Sonic Racing Transformed and, like, the original racing games. A couple of the controls changed slightly, so there's, like, a dedicated drift button now. Whereas, like before, it felt more like Outrun, i.e. drift around corners, or Outrun 2 rather. Looking at loads more footage in this vlog. But yeah, I don't know. It didn't feel quite as tight as I was expecting it to feel. But then again, I do recall seeing in the options before we started the race, there was like some steering assist. So maybe you meant to turn that stuff off really to make it feel a bit more. Yeah, everyone's nodding at me. Yep. So we played with the steering assist on, and it felt a little bit stiff to turn corners. Like you didn't have as much control as I remember having in the original games. And like I say, it took a little bit of getting used to with what button was to fire weapons. And that was like literally the first time I played the game. So, and we only played 1 race. So I'm perhaps not the best person to have initial impressions of, but overall I've still really enjoyed it. I ended up winning the race out of us 4 and the rest of
therefore you enjoyed it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't win, so I didn't like it, but
had you lost? Oh, what
I lost
game.
Yeah, see that was Matt's take on it. Matt was like he didn't like saying it, but he prefers Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Then again, Matt didn't win, so yeah.
So that's the reason. That's the reason.
Yeah. This is footage of me playing the game actually on the Xbox Series X, like the open network test. I recorded this. So I actually played the network test on 3 different platforms. But enough about me. Lime, you have, out of us 3, you have the most experience with this game because you've played
I have the most experience.
like both open network tests, right? Both
Right.
the PS5 one originally
Yep.
Oh yeah.
back in like
Indeed.
April, perhaps. I guess
I don't remember.
I don't remember,
when
but
it
like a
was.
few months
I don't
ago,
dare
and
to
now
say.
this one,
Yeah.
like this
Did
past
it feel
weekend.
improved, Lime, between the 2 network tests?
The things that I had the most issues with, no, unfortunately.
Okay.
But I am kind of still warming up to it a lot more. I feel like I got some time with some time trials, which just got me to know the controls a little bit more. I got to play around with more combinations, which made me find my style a little bit more as well. Like some of the cars are stiffer than others, and if I want like a smooth kind of style, then I have to find that style by myself. It seems, but it seems to be kind of there. So like it seems to be like a little bit of the tinkering job to get the feel that I kind of want with it. They didn't change the music when it comes to what was there before, but what they added doesn't have the same issues with the music that I was complaining about last time, like with the kind of like weird voice synthesizers kind of deal there with especially in the music with the third laps that I just personally I just find obnoxious. Personally,
Okay.
I really don't like it. I actually hate it. I am sorry, but I don't agree with that choice.
Okay. Yeah. So the first time I played, so you had to play the Grand Prix before getting to play online. I don't know if that happened the first time around as well or not.
Yeah, you had to play online the first time. There wasn't a Grand Prix or anything that you could play.
Okay.
Everything was online.
So this time online wasn't unlocked until you completed the Grand Prix. Here. So I actually wanted to play online and try it, but you couldn't. So I really had to play the game solo, which I think is a good choice because you get to learn the controls and you get to learn the mechanics and stuff. But when I got to the third lap, I thought, wait, are they singing because it's the last lap? Like,
Yeah,
quite loudly and stuff. At first, it was kind of like cheesy and I guess like off-putting a bit, but then it started to grow on me. And actually, the whole soundtrack, I quite enjoyed it.
yeah.
The first, I think it's the first.
It didn't like grow. It didn't grow on me, but I got used to it. If that makes sense, like I don't mind it as much anymore. Even though I
don't know what the first stage was when I realized that they were singing something.
Yeah.
And I remember it was like final lap, and then they start singing like something that sounded to me like final lap. So final lap.
Yeah.
I'm like, are they singing final lap? I don't think it was, but it sounded to me like that. And I was like, started laughing because why are they singing about this being the final lap?
Yeah.
When you say they, who's they? Like just the game?
Yeah,
like the voice and the music.
The voice is like the chorus, the choir or whatever.
They kind of add like a choir for the third lap.
Yeah, the third lap like hypes it up. The soundtrack is like it's quite different. Not quite different. It's the same song,
same song. Okay.
Yeah, the stage song. So the third lap is the same as the first, the same stage as the first, right? You only change to another CrossWorld during lap 2.
Yeah.
But then they really hype you up. Like, oh, it's the final lap, which
Yeah,
was
yeah.
not something that I was expecting, but got used to it.
Yeah. So
In the end.
so yeah, like I still don't like the controls for the boat or the air. I thought that Transform did that a lot better. Better. I don't know what the heck they think they're doing in this game when it comes to that. I'm sorry, I'm sounding very harsh about it, but I really disagree.
It's fair.
with
It's fair.
how they did that. But I got to play it with friends, and that somehow like made all those things matter less for me. I just found myself just having fun because I was playing it with friends, and I've started to get the feel from the time trials about like how things work. So yeah, I tend to say I'm enjoying myself when people ask me what I think about the game, like to kind of try to avoid the negativity of what I feel like are just the complete wrong direction, like to the point I don't know what the heck they are trying to do, but going with the positivity instead with, what matters, that I am still, despite those things, enjoying myself playing with friends.
Yeah, I enjoyed it personally. As I said before, I played it on 3 different platforms. So I played it on my Steam Deck a little bit. It looks awful, by the way. I don't know if I didn't change any settings, but it really looked graphically horrible. But it played brilliantly. So no issues with gameplay, just really graphically ugly. Then I played on my Switch 2 a little bit as well. And I did all the same things. So I played the Grand Prix, then a little bit online. On the Switch 2, because I played that late last night, so the festival was going, which you probably experienced as well, Lime.
Yes.
Which was like the whole Persona themed thing. So 3 teams. I didn't record any footage of that, but you had 3 teams of 4 racers, so 12 people. Every race has 12 racers, and so you get put into a random team. I think it was Team Mona, Team Joker. No, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember the names.
I remember
yeah.
Team Mona was one of them, but I can't remember the other names.
What was that on Team Violet? Maybe.
Oh, Team Violet. Okay.
I don't know if there is a Violet, but that
Violet, Magenta, and Mona, wasn't it? No, I can't remember. But you got into one of the 3 teams, and then there was an interesting mechanic that I think I can't remember. You probably know this more than I do, Lime. Team Sonic Racing had like that boost, like team boost thing, didn't it?
Yeah.
You were connected to other racers on your team, and if you like bumped into them, you would give them a boost. Is that it? Or was it different?
I don't remember if the bumping was a thing in Team Sonic Racing specifically. It may have been. I've just forgotten. It was a thing in CrossWorlds, though.
You were connected, though. You can see like a line collecting all like the racers in your team.
There were like different kinds of team mechanics. Like when you, if you were ahead of someone, you would lean behind like a trial, and if you drove on that trial like behind your teammate, you would get a boost. So you can use that to slingshot. You could share items with other teammates. That's what I remember. Yeah,
that's Team Sonic Racing, right? Or no?
Team Sonic Racing.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Because we couldn't share items in this one, I think.
Yeah.
But it's fun. And then at the end, so you got points for your position at the end of the race. So each member of the team got their own points, and so they tallied up the points of each team. And then depending on what stage in the festival you were in, you would get a bonus of like 10 points. For example, I think the first one I played was the team who got more like boost taps, where you tapped or bumped into other team members, you would boost. So the team with more of those would get another 10 points, for example. Another part of the festival was the team with more rings would get a bonus. And so that could change who won that race, essentially. And if you got first place with your team, you would get more tickets to spend on the customizations, and you would unlock rewards from the festival. So like Persona themed things to customize your cart or vehicle, I guess.
It really seemed like this game is trying to be the best of all of the previous Sonic racing games. Like they do have some very interesting team mechanics that I had loads of fun, like surprisingly loads of fun doing, like bumping into your teammates, especially when you play together with actual people, and like then doing the most tricks as well was also loads of fun. And then they, of course, have the flying in the boat. So there's the transforms mechanics. So they have mechanics from basically from all of the different games, just doing it their own way. And like that's an amazing goal to have, at least.
Yep.
I definitely think they nailed it with the team mechanics. At least I had lots of fun with those.
Yeah, I had fun as well. And in terms of like network for a network test, I think this worked quite well. I had to wait a few minutes for each race to start, but I'm guessing it's probably normal. I experienced some crossplay as well. So every time you could see on like the list of racers, you could see the platform they were playing on, and there were always like a random selection of Switch and PC and Xbox and stuff. So that's nice. Crossplay is working. So cool.
Yeah, indeed.
I had more fun with this.
Issues.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh, really?
I had loads of network issues, and everybody that I streamed together with, like it worked fine for a while. Then later during the day, probably when more people were playing it, we could just not get in anymore at all, and we had to give up. Like it happened twice.
It makes sense. You played far more than I did, so. I think this is Water Palace is the stage where that like lap 3 song, like
I hate that lap 3. But yeah, in the newer stages, that's not an issue anymore for me with the music. It's only in the like in this one, and
I think this is the one that really stands out.
Yeah.
Because I think I don't mind it personally.
Shut up, please.
I don't mind it personally, but this was the one.
I mind it. I think it's obnoxious. I want to turn the music off. That's what I want, and I've never ever reacted that way when it had come to.
This was the third race, so I think this is the one where I noticed this.
It's okay. It's just a third race. You only have to be tortured for one lap.
No. Yeah, that's that. Also, that. Yes. Don't overreact. That. Yes, but what I meant was I didn't notice it until this race. So and then I thought, was this always the case? And I just noticed it now.
Yeah. So like, no, I should mention, had this been Crash Racing or like another racing game that I don't have build up so much love to, then I wouldn't mind as much. I wouldn't bother as much. But like, because I really want this to do well, and I care about the quality, so like when I see choices that just like kind of baffles me personally, then I'm like Like, to me personally, that's a bad thing, and therefore I react especially strong to it. So like, it's not out of hate that I react with hate. If that makes
Okay.
sense. It comes from a place of love, and that I want the best for
sure.
this whole
For sure.
series.
Yeah.
Slime hates choirs.
Hates
Choirs,
no.
choirs
But
and
here,
wisps. And there's loads of
Choirs.
wisp powers here as well.
wisps I do hate.
Yeah, and they're around
passion.
the game quite a
Yeah.
lot. So I
Yeah.
guess that's a problem as well. You could also play as Joker, by the way, from Persona 5. And things happened. Yeah. I would say this got me more hyped for the game because it was the first time that I experienced the gameplay. There's something off for sure. So it's not really Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform levels of like controls and gameplay. And I struggled quite a bit with specific carts and vehicles. I think for me, maybe handling is a big thing. It's important to me. Clearly, as we can see, as I'm crashing into walls left and right. Eggman seems to be a very like stable character. Like his vehicle seems to be quite good. Not the character; he's not really that stable mentally, but the vehicle itself seems to be good for that. But even though it seems like something's off, it doesn't really feel like what I would expect from a Sonic racing game. I quite enjoyed it, and I think it controls fine enough. It's just a matter of like getting used to this new control scheme and stuff. But do turn off steering assist.
You don't have to get used to it. You can change it back to transform settings.
Yeah, but I don't mean that. I mean like how it feels. I think even if I didn't change the controls. I didn't change the controls. If I did, I guess I would have this same feeling that something was a little bit off.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Right. So, but I didn't really.
And
I went into this knowing it would be different.
That was one of my points as well. Something kind of just feels off.
Yeah. But I went into this expecting that, so I wasn't really disappointed. So I just thought I was expecting worse, to be honest. And that's why I say adjust your expectations. Don't expect too much, and you'll never be disappointed.
I tend to say that feelings about something doesn't require surprise. Like sometimes you feel about the game that you feel, no matter if you're surprised or not about it. I feel like going into something with positive expectations versus negative expectations can have either effect. If you go into something with a positive expectations and it's bad, then one could argue that, oh no, now you're disappointed because you had too high expectations. That's a psychology thing. But what's also a psychology thing, if you go in with something with high expectations, now your mind is set to the positive things, and now that's what you see.
Could be as well.
So it could have like either reaction. So like going into something with positive expectations, it's not necessarily a guarantee for what reaction you will be having. It really depends.
Could be. Yeah. I'm excited, to be honest. I'm excited. And next time we do one of these shows, the game will be out. So we'll definitely have more like proper impressions on the final product. I just wanted to mention that we'll get the big man himself, Pac-Man on the game on CrossWorlds. So I'm really happy about this. I'm a big Pac-Man fan as well. So this
I'm
looks
so
really
looking
cool.
forward to the game's release where you could play like all the stages and you're gonna be able to play as the turtles, for heaven's sake. I'm so hyped. So hyped for that. Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun with that.
I love how when Sonic gets past Pac-Man, he's like, "Oh no!" He puts his hand on his head, like, "Oh no!" Disappointed. Also, Sonic will be in Pac-Man World 2 Repack, so there will be a crossover there as well. Again, Sonic is everywhere. You can't escape the blue blur. So if you're looking forward to Pac-Man World 2 Repack, which is coming out September 26th. So Sonic Racing CrossWorlds comes out September 25th. Pac-Man World 2 Repack the next day, the following day. Sonic DLC pack releases late 2025. So, and we can see, this is the Bandai Namco trailer. You can see a little bit more of like what Pac-Man in CrossWorlds looks like. And then the Sonic DLC for Pac-Man World 2 Repack.
It's weird, isn't it?
Looks really cool, but it looks really cool.
It's good. This trailer originally, when I saw it, really confused me. I didn't know like what was going on. They were announcing.
Yeah, I was a little bit like, what? Is Pac-Man gonna be in Sonic Generations?
Yeah,
Or
it looks like
that, doesn't it?
looks like it, doesn't it? Yes. So a lot of stuff, and actually they do share what you get. So you get, let me just share it a little bit here. So you get the base game. Oh wait, too fast. This is too fast. No, let me try to stop it here. Okay.
It must be paying by the second, I think, at Gamescom.
Yeah. Stage 1, rolling around on the island. It's basically Green Hill Zone from Sonic Generations. Then there's Stage 2, which is a surprise. Stage 3 is surprise. The Sonic collab costume, which is just like Sonic, or like Pac-Man dressed as Sonic. There's a Sonic collab figure or figures, and Sonic collaboration set bonus, which is the legendary Pac-Land costume. I'm getting Pac-Man World Repack too, guys. I don't know about you guys.
Good,
but
doesn't it?
I'm getting this. I should get Pac-Man World Repack, the first one.
Yeah,
I'm actually excited for that. Just looking at this. Yeah. Right. So I think that's going to do it for our news roundup, where we've been talking long enough. And it's time for us to say our goodbyes. We talked a little bit about Shinobi, a lot about generic Sega stuff, and a lot about Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Next time we do this, we're going to have Sonic Racing CrossWorlds out, and we'll probably play together. Yes?
Can we play together? I want to play it together.
Definitely.
We should do a special stream.
I know, like, I've been sound like a CrossWorlds hater, but I am looking forward to playing the game and playing the game together.
Yes,
with
the fact that you hate a game doesn't mean you can't play it with friends. So yeah, for sure.
I don't hate the game.
Yes, you do. So yeah,
I just don't like the flying, the boating, or the music.
So
Off the game.
You know the 3 things you do? 2 of them I don't like, and the other one,
Turtles, though.
Turtles, though.
Yeah,
Pac-Man.
exactly, yeah.
Pac-Man. Hatsune Miku. So many crossovers, and hopefully Ryo Hazuki.
I do like most of the music, I should say.
I do. It really, little different than maybe I was expecting, but good. Just this quick note that the main song, the main theme could be better, but it's fun for what it is. I'm not really a big fan. I like the orchestral version from the title screen, not really the main vocal version, and the lyrics don't really do it for me.
I see. It's
But
Sonic Racing.
I like it, like describing what's happening on the video. but it's fun. I mean, it's like a Saturday morning cartoon vibe, and it's Sonic, so I guess it's okay. It's like, but I do like the menu interpretations of that, and like the orchestral versions. Those I really like. So yeah, if you
I would like the voiceless version of the voice song.
an instrumental version. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Wow, I blanked on instrumental. Yeah, like to have that as a title screen. That I would love. That's a little bit more like
Oh, okay.
what I would want to see.
Okay. Yeah. So guys, time to plug your stuff in 30 seconds or less. So let's start with James.
Hey, let's go. So I am Skill Jim. You can find me mainly on shenmuedojo.com. We've got a whole wealth of content available to you at the moment. Sort of the dojo is sort of the Shenmue transmedia platform. And Matt actually looks a bit similar to that dude that I always forget his name, Scarponi.
Yeah, Justin. Yeah.
So we've got our own Justin Scarponi, the transmedia of the dojo. So you can we've got an interview we did previously mentioned there with Felix and Heiko from In Games, which was really cool. If you're interested in Shenmue III Enhanced Edition, I did a vlog actually while I was in Gamescom, so like my 3-day stay. Don't often do vlog material. Not really got much to vlog about, but yeah, it was really cool. So I would quite proud of both of those videos actually. If you could go check those out, and then we've also got a podcast up and coming on Gamescom. Probably releasing that in a week or two's time. But yeah, other than that, everything else is on the dojo. News articles Matt wrote about his Gamescom stay, what he got up to. So if you're interested in either of us, that's where you can find us.
Excellent.
29 seconds. It was longer than that.
Yeah. Okay. We also have Lime Reversed, which can be found where at?
Oh, hey. This is your boy, Lime Reversed. You can catch me at Lime Reversed on Twitch, on Blue Sky. You can catch me play Shenmue. I've played Shenmue before. You will catch me play Shinobi and Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Like, yo, check me out. We're going to have loads of fun, homie. And yeah.
Let's make some crazy money.
Say hi in the chat.
Hey, let's make some crazy money. Are you ready?
Heck yeah.
Yeah. As for myself, you know where to find us, thesegalounge.com, mostly, and all our social media, mainly Blue Sky at thesegalounge.com, X at the Sega Lounge. Also follow us on or subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do, like, we have the video versions of these episodes of this podcast, and we also do our 30 seconds of Sega education. 30 seconds of Sega education. Say that 3 times fast. We usually have 1 or 2 short videos a week with like fun stuff, fun content, including this week we have one concerning a certain community developed app. Hashtag Let's Get Shenmue 4. So maybe check that out as well on our YouTube channel. That's a very good way to support the show. Subscribe to us there. If you want to support the show with monies, you can also do that. I never promote this, but you can go to thesegalounge.com/support, buy some merch, buy me a coffee, whatever. If you don't want to do that, just keep watching and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we appreciate you. But that said, that's all we have for this week's episode of the Sega Lounge. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll be back next week. Next week will be our very special Shinobi Art of Vengeance episode with friend of the show, Brian Shea of Game Informer, and we're gonna get like deep into our thoughts. It's gonna be like a review of the game. It's a really cool episode, actually, and you should also, by the way, we're gonna mention that, but go check out Brian's All Things Nintendo podcast, because he did an interview with T. Lopes. who is like one of the main, like most prolific game music composers of our time, including he done some work on Shinobi, Sonic Mania, and stuff. So do check that out, and check out what is now last week's episode of the Sega Lounge, an interview with Ben Fakey of Lizard Cube. So if you're into Shenmue or Shinobi and Shenmue, because we talk about Shenmue, check out that episode as well. But for now,
Will do.
We're out. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
The Sega Lounge, hosted by me, KC, a Mixed Productions podcast and part of Radio Sega's network of live shows and podcasts. Theme song and incidental music by OSC. Got any suggestions? Drop me an email to podcast@thesegalounge.com. Find us at thesegalounge.com on Blue Sky. Check out our YouTube channel for our video content and follow us on Twitch to join our Let's Play sessions and live episodes. You can find previous episodes of the show by going to thesegalounge.com on the TerraPlayer app and wherever you listen to podcasts.